y'all. Welcome to Your Homegirl Podcast, the show where we talk all things real estate and real life. I'm Katie, your homegirl in title, and each week I sit down with incredible female real estate agents and lenders to talk about how they're building businesses, balancing life, and their secrets to success. So without further ado, let's dive in. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Your Homegirl Podcast. I am so excited for my guest today. She is one of my favorite people that I've never had the pleasure of meeting in person. But I feel like I know her and have known her for years. She is just so personable and sweet. But she's also a mom of two boys, a Florida agent, a wife to an Army EOD tech. So interesting. And you have closed 12 sight unseen transactions in the last year from VA buyers, which is amazing. I love that you're helping that group. So we will dive into all of those things, but thank you so much for joining, Dawn.
Thank you for asking me. This is a dream come true.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm flattered that you think
I
that.
listen to so many podcasts. Like when I drive to Destin, it's like a 45-minute drive. I'm like, I just put on podcasts and I can't believe I'm on one of them.
Yeah, yes, of course. You are doing big things and with a great community of VA buyers, which I love. So when did you get your license originally? How long have you been in the business? How did that happen?
Okay. I lose track. I know when like agents are like, oh, I've been in it for 23 and a half years. And I'm like, I don't even know when this started, but I think in March I'll be going into year 4,
Okay.
2022.
So how did you get into the business in the first place?
Okay, my friend Mandy Cleve, we were stationed in Hawaii together, and my oldest and her oldest went to school together, and we were in the some kind of mom group. I don't know what it was. So we've known each other for now 16 years. Both of our kids were born in the Pink Palace. That's what they call the hospital tripler in Hawaii. And we've just stayed in touch. And she said, oh my gosh, Dawn, you need to be an agent. Everybody loves you. You have such a great personality. And I said, no, absolutely not. I can't even add on my finger. Like, I do not do the maths. And I thought that in my head, I thought that's all real estate was. Like, I was going to have to know the mortgage and all this stuff. And so I just said no for about a year. And then finally she was like, just do it. There was this company she wanted me to be part of. It ended up like falling apart. I don't remember what happened, but I had just passed my license. And I was like, well, and I paid the dues, which were like $800 at the time. And I'm like, so I need to do this, even though that company went under. So I found somebody else. And yeah, I mean, basically that is how I get all my business, is just the funny personality, bringing people in. And so she was right. And it was so scary. It was like the last thing I ever thought I'd do on this earth would be a real estate agent.
Yeah. Well, I can tell from your personality, like you act like it is your downfall, but I think it is like your superpower of how sweet and just genuine and real you are. That is like so authentic and people are drawn to that. So I think that's why you are as successful as you are.
I don't know. I don't see anybody, like I don't fit the profile. Like I remember one time I didn't sell a house and one of my acquaintances said, well, you didn't wear the red lipstick. And I was like, what? And she's like, you have to wear red lipstick and a blazer and the skirt. And I was like, I don't own a blazer. I don't own red lipstick. I have some flip-flops that might be red. It's just not me, and I cannot fake it till I make it. I hate that phrase because it works for some people, but I need to know like how to do everything before I can feel confident to do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just so different. I feel like a lot of people like being the authority and being in charge, and they're in their blazer and they're very serious and professional. And here I am like hippie, VW bus, cracking jokes, but I feel like real estate's so serious that I want to make it more fun. And people afterwards are like, oh my gosh, you made that so fun and easy.
Yes. That's the way you want people to leave a transaction, feeling like they walked away with a friend out of it too. So
I'm friends with all of my clients still. They call me all the time. I watch their dogs. I bring them to the hospital. They're friends with me.
Tell me about the installing a mailbox that you recently did, weeding, helping pack, like all the things that you do.
Okay. I mean, I've been told by past people that I don't have any boundaries and I just do too much, but that's where I find the joy. Like I don't find the joy in writing the contract. That
Yeah.
stresses me out. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, did I write? Did I do it perfectly? Did I check box 7A?" That's not where I find the joy in going under contract. I find the joy in like getting my hands dirty and doing them. I'm like a worker bee, hands-on, creative, like building stuff I love. So when this builder said we don't provide a mailbox and they're moving from out of town, where are they supposed to send their mail, forward their mail? So I was
Right.
like, I need to solve this problem. So I just ordered a mailbox. I ordered the cute little numbers to go on the side and I headed on over there and was just digging away and said, okay, now you have a mailbox. And it's not
What did
doing it.
they say? Were they like, "Oh."
They were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Um, I don't know if it's not permanent. Like, I know when they get there, they can put in something better with cement and make it look pretty. But, I just got like a generic one off from Amazon, but it will help them until they get up here and can figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, of course. Well, and I love that you kind of give people a snapshot into that behind the scenes when you post it on social media. And another thing I wanted to touch on is how you got to your Instagram handle. So, do you want to tell people what that is and how that came about?
Okay, it goes back, well, it goes way back into middle school when I had a newspaper writer write an article about me. I don't know why he called me Goldilocks. I think it was because I was like an all-star in 3 sports.
Mm.
I mean, I'm 100 years old, so this article was back in like 6th grade. I don't know where it is, but my best friend's parents continued calling me Goldilocks throughout my life. And then back to when we were in Hawaii, my husband was deployed all the time and Pinterest had just blown up.
Mhm.
So my 16-year-old, he was, born there. So the whole time we would like find projects and we would do them. I would build stuff, we would paint stuff, we would do all the kid projects and I would blog about it. So my blog became Adventures of Goldilocks because actually it was just now it's the 3 boys because I have another son, but I just kept it Adventures of Goldilocks and I would just blog about it, and then when I started posting that onto Instagram, it's just stayed, and I've never wanted to change it, and I know it should say, like, Dawn Real Estate Agent Florida, but that's not who I am.
No, I love it. I love it.
We're
You
still
still
doing
unique, you
projects.
need to be you. So, I love it.
Yes.
So, do you get any referrals from social media or leads from social media?
Yeah, the one that I just put in the mailbox, her, sister saw me, and she said, "I liked your vibe. I knew you would vibe with my sister," and when I met them, I asked them, I was like, why did you choose me over like the Emerald Coast is just full of real estate agents. There's like 5 grand in this like little tiny spot. And they
Yeah.
were just like, we liked your vibe. We saw your picture in the VW bus with a peace sign and we knew that we wanted you. So that one I closed and I've had a couple others.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, now your husband is also an agent, right? He's been an agent for what, about a year, you said?
Not even a year. And it's so annoying because he's already better than I am.
Stop it.
He's so good. He's so good. I say now that we're a team that I bring in the people with the personality because he's
Uh-huh.
more shy. And then he does all the numbers and he knows real estate. Like back before we even thought of this, like 10 years ago, he wanted to start flipping houses.
Mhm.
And we would drive around looking at houses to flip, and then it just didn't he probably got deployed again or something. I don't remember. It didn't pan out. So now when things come up, I just hand him the phone like, "You reply to this text because you say it better and you know it better." And he's more on like now he's gotten a lot of clients. He's still an EOD tech instructor on the Air Force Base in Niceville called Eglin. And so he
Amazing.
gets lots of EOD guys and they like to invest. And so
Yeah.
he's getting going on his own. He's got quite a few under contract and he's just rocking it. But I love that. I like bringing the people and then I'm like, here you go. They want to know numbers. They want to know. He does it on the spot. Like he'll be walking around showing somebody and they're like, so with the taxes and the property and the interest rate, how much would I be paying? And he goes, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
And he knows the numbers. He's a genius. And I would be like, I'll get back to you. Let me go ask ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, we have a calculator for that, so we got you covered. You're all good.
He can do it without the calculator. He's like,
Yeah, yeah.
I might be wrong, but it's blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "You're never wrong. You're always right."
That's amazing though. You guys are like the perfect balance. You don't have to do the part of it that you don't love to do, and you bring the people in, which is the part that he doesn't want to do. So it's
He's so
perfect.
supportive. He'll go put the signs in for me. My very first um, open house, I didn't check the water and I went pee and it didn't flush. And he drove 45 minutes with gallon jugs of water to pour down to flush the toilet for me. Like he will drop anything to help me in this. He loves it. And I
Yeah.
keep saying, "I'm going to quit this year. I'm going to quit. I can't stand the stress. I can't do it." And he's like, "I've got you. I've got you. You can do it. Just let me know what you need." And so we're
Yeah. I
trucking
mean,
along.
well, this business is a lot. So having someone that can be in your corner that way is huge. I mean, we connected because we're part of the Moms in Real Estate group. So
I love that.
um I do too. I love that group so much. But what they all talk about a lot is like they're down, they don't know how to keep pushing forward. They're just in a bad spot mentally. So aside from your husband being a superhero and helping get you back to a good space mentally, what else do you do to help, keep yourself positive when things seem really stressful and tough?
So we're fortunate, that he still has a full-time job, and
Mhm.
so it's not our lifeline. If I
Yeah.
get stressed out like this last year, I'll be honest, I didn't hustle much at all. I did tons of social media, but
Mhm.
I used to do lots of pop buys. I used to like just do a whole bunch of stuff, and this year I just needed to pull back. And so I was glad that I was able to go to the beach all summer, because the summer before it was like I was just driving an hour coming home, making YouTube videos, sending it to all those people I was making the videos from far away. Those 12
Yeah.
transactions that were all just they were up in Fort Bragg, and I was
Yeah.
driving and taking videos of houses, and the summer was crazy, and I felt like I missed my whole summer. So I'm able to pull back when I need to, and
Mhm.
um, my
Not
friends and
feel guilty
family,
about it.
yeah, they're so supportive and just are always like, I don't know, I just they're always just saying like, "You're so fun to watch and you're so good at it." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like,
Yes,
"Stop
you
it."
are. I can attest and I can agree.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a top producer, so I think that adds to like I'm able to take the pressure off. I have a cap for my family where I know like we can't handle anymore. I do have a fantastic TC now, Natalie. So I could probably take on a few more, but when I was by myself and I had those 12 um people coming from Fort Bragg, it was insane, and
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go in a mental institution. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't do this by myself." He wasn't in real estate yet. This My son was little. He hated when I had to go do an open house or go show a house, and they know when I come out with my hair down, and he notices when I put my special bracelet on
Uh-huh.
and jeans, he's like, "You're going to
Work
work, aren't
good.
you?"
Mhm.
And I'm like, if I came out in my tank top and hair up in my messy bun, he wouldn't have cared, but they just didn't like it when I went to work when they were little,
Yeah, yeah.
and so now I'm able to just like, "Oh, okay, I this is too much, I can pull back," and then when I wanna crush it or hustle, I make the pop buys, and my son carries the wagon behind him, and we run up to the doors, and he helps out, and it's a
Yeah.
family
Well,
affair.
burnout is real, so I feel like giving yourself grace and not putting pressure on yourself to overdo it is the best thing you can do for yourself, your mental health, all of your family, all the things. So,
But it kills me, like, on the moms in real estate or other real estate Facebook groups when they're like, "I'm a single mom, and this is what I'm doing, and I haven't closed." I would not be able to handle that stress because, I mean, my heart goes out to them. I wanna, like, just run to them and be like, "Okay, let's do this and this and this and help you out and get a closing. You can give the kids a good Christmas, pay off the mortgage,"
right.
you know?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it if this was, like, my bread and butter and my husband didn't have a job.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's why I love that group that we're part of, the Moms Real Estate group, though, because people post things like that. And then there's like 20, 30 people that will comment with supportive ideas and tips and, or
That's the
just
thing.
like,
Everybody
yeah.
is so supportive, and
Mhm.
what I found out through going into year 4 is, like, a lot of people are not supportive. When I told somebody I was going into real estate, she was like, "Why would you do that? This is the worst time." And lots of people don't want you to, or they're gatekeepers, or they think
Yes.
you've been in the industry for X amount of time. How dare you ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, you should know this, but the moms in real estate, you could ask, like the dumbest question, and everybody is so supportive and helps you and doesn't judge you and they want to help
Right.
you. Oh, I just love
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So accepting. When I listened to your podcast on, was it Monday? And you were like,
Yeah.
we don't want to use this crazy jargon. We want everybody to understand. We don't want anybody to feel like they don't know what they're doing. I was just like, yes, this is what I'm looking for, because some people just, you call them and ask a question about something on the Alta and they explain it using like lawyer jargon. And
Right.
you're like, that, could you dumb it down a little bit for me? Like, come
Yeah.
off your pedestal and explain
Right.
it to me. And so now I'm like, I just need to find someone like you that I can just text and ask a question to, and they're happy. They don't judge you and say like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't know this."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you said, it's not our job to be the title professional or the lender professional. Like, stay in our lane, and you make it acceptable to be like, "I really don't know that. Let's ask a title agent." So
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, I
I
definitely
would
am.
much rather you ask the question so you have accurate information than just try and handle it on your own and give incorrect information. And now we both don't look great because
Right.
they think you got the information from us. And so it's just not a good situation all the way around. So no,
Well,
you are the expert in your space. We try to be the expert in our space. So it seems like obviously working with the military has been such a passion of yours that comes naturally from your background and with your husband, and social media comes naturally to you and has been like a passion project that obviously generates business too. So is there anything else that you attribute to the success you've had in real estate this far?
growing up, my dad always told my sister and I that you can do anything a guy can do. He was such a feminist. Like, he would see like construction workers and drivers and be like, if you wanted to do that, you could. You don't see girls doing it, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. And he would build log cabin homes in Maine, and he would teach me how to use the saw, and I
So
can
cool.
build anything right now. Like, that's before this. I also sold signs on Etsy and would build stuff, and just feeling like I knew I could do anything that a guy could do. Because typically, back in the day, it was just like all agents were men, and there's like there's still quite a, I don't know. I feel like some people are like, I'd rather have a male than a female, and I'm just like, I can do anything that a male can do, and if I
Yeah.
can't do it, now I know people that I can ask for help. And like, my mentor, Michaela Hale, she's just like I am. She's like hands on. She's going in there and like digging out these investment properties, and she's painting them herself, and she's like the hard gritty work. And it's like,
Yeah.
yes, finally somebody else that dares to get dirty and
Yeah.
isn't too high and mighty. And so you just find your people.
Amen. Well, I can't think of a better way to wrap this up than that. So, thank you so, so much, Dawn. I loved having you on. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and weeding and mailboxes and packing for all of your clients. So, hey, y'all, if today's episode brought you value, take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps ladies in real estate find these conversations. And if you're ready to grow your real estate business with smoother transactions and a trusted partner in your corner, shoot me a message or follow below. I'd love to be your homegirl too.